Hey, I'm Colonel Garuda, and today we're taking a look at the LEGO Ninjago, the Crystal King, set 71772. Starting off by taking a look at the packaging, you got this epic battle shot going on in some kind of city. You got all the minifigures out here on the top. It just shows you the names of everyone. We got Lloyd, Harumi, the Vengeance Stone Guard and Warrior, and the Crystal King himself, and it just shows you the actual size of these minifigures. And there's not really much on the sides, but on the bottom, you just got nothing really here. And then on the back, we got another shot of them in some kind of battle, but in a red background. And it shows that this is a mech suit that can fit minifigures. That's about it for the packaging. So, let's build this set, and let's see how awesome it truly is. And here you have the Crystal King built out of the packaging, and this is a really awesome set. It's interesting how they call it the Crystal King, because back in 2009 I received a LEGO set for my birthday also titled the Crystal King from the LEGO Power Miners line, which is something I have a lot of fond memories of. But anyway, taking a look at the figure, he is just massive, and I can barely get him to fit in my Vita station. But let's take a closer look at the figure. He looks an awful lot like the Barbatauros from, I believe it's called Gundam Breaker Battlogue or something. It was a Centaurian mobile suit that had a design that looked a lot like this. Let's take a closer look at it. Starting with the head, it's got this really cool looking, almost like a mask almost, kind of like Optimus Prime, but evil. Got some of these transparent horns and those pink eyes. As you go down to the chest, you can see a little clear canopy where there's a guy inside. We'll take a look at him as we look at the minifigures, and that's the guy who's piloting this mech. And it's interesting that you got these little rib cage things here. You open it up, and you move things out of the way, and then you can access it, and there you go. I find that really cool, and this really gives me Gundam vibes. Like, even the way the cockpit opens up makes me think of a mobile suit or something. Very cool, and looks like some things are starting to fall out. Alright, I had to stop filming for a second so I can get those accessories back in there, but to close it, you just close the canopy, like that, and you just fold all these parts. I don't know, it's very simple, but the engineering on this is pretty interesting. You also got some stickers on the titties. And as we move down to the arms, they're big, and you got these purple claws. It's just so cool. And he's got this crazy crystal spear type weapon. It's just, even got this little thing here. I don't know how practical that is. I don't know if I can get my camera focused, but these things here are sticking out. I find it very cool. As you go down, he's got 4 legs, and it looks like they're kind of like they're hooves or something. So basically, this guy's a big centaur mech sort of thing. It's kind of interesting. And as you look at the arms on the side, you got some more sticker detail, and you got these wings that are made of this transparent pink. And the legs back here are more blackish with some purples. As we go around, you got lots of sticker detail back here, and you can see more of the wings in the back. And then we got a nice little tail, which is the cherry on top of this thing. Oh, and this is my PC, by the way. And there you go overall. One thing I forgot to mention is that the way you hold this weapon on the figure is that it's actually on this little clip where the staff or spear weapon actually clips into, and you can take it off like so. And it's also on the other hand as well, so if you want to have him hold it on the other hand, you can definitely do that. And now for this guy's articulation. He's got a lot of moving parts, as I mentioned earlier, but the head is on a ball joint. These horns can move up and down. These things can move side to side. The arms got a little almost like a clicking joint going on here. They can go out that far. This shoulder pad can move. There's also a ball joint here. The fingers are all individually articulated, and the hands on a ball joint, which is really nice. Nothing at the waist, because this is a pretty breakish. Well, it's made of Legos, so nothing at the waist. Nothing at the legs either, which really disappointed me. But yeah, it's like very limited movement at the leg. Like there's like hardly anything moves except maybe the ankles on the ball joints. At all, the feet are all on ball joints. Oh, and the toes can also spread out if you want to do that. But these back legs, however, can move around a bit. So that's pretty good. Let's see. And I believe these, yes, these skirt panels can move out too. And the wings can move, but I don't know how practical those would be. I mean, seriously, something this big with wings that small, I have no idea how it would fly. And the tail has a bunch of ball joints, almost like an SH Monster Arts or something, but not quite. And the tail can also go up and down here. And that's about it for the articulation. And now for some size comparisons. Here it is next to the high-grade Gundam Revive, the Robot Spirits Evangelion, the Soul Chogokin Daltanius, and my previous review, the Legacy Laser Optimus Prime. Now moving on to the minifigures, here we have Lloyd. I think he looks really good. He's got this nice detail on his chest and body and his legs. It's hard to make out, but it looks like some kind of old-fashioned ninja outfit because he's a ninja after all. And he's got some nice stuff going on his bandana. He's got a sheath, and he's got this really interesting looking sword that is like all kind of curved a little. And then he also has a little thing dangling here, which is nice. And he has other sword, which is like really long, which I think comes with other Ninjago sets, but this is actually the first Ninjago set I've ever got. So I'm not really too sure. And take off the little ninja mask. You got this angry, determined look. Then you turn it around. And he's kind of smirking, looking kind of happy or amused. So there's that. Moving on to Hamori. I think she looks really, really awesome. She's got this white hair and got some red on her face. And she's got this really awesome uniform. It just looks so badass. It's hard to describe, but it just looks really cool. She's got these two crystal swords that are transparent pink, like the mechs thing going on there. Because the whole theme is crystallizing and crystals, like that. That's the theme of, I believe, last year. And you take off their hair, you got that angry look, and you look around, and she is smiling. So that's kind of cool. Next up is the Vengestone Guard and Warrior. The Vengestone Guard is the one with the padding and this Darth Maul looking blade weapon. I think he just looks really cool. He's just got this cool dragon head going on, and looks so interesting. I think he does even got some light piping you can do if you shine a light. Maybe his eyes will glow. You better look at the figure. You can see one leg is like transclear pink. You got some really nice detail on there. And on the back, it's kind of hard to see what's going on there, but maybe if I take this off, you can see how it looks under there. You got the scaly crystal thing going on. I think it's really cool. Oh, didn't go on properly. Now you got the warrior, who's officially supposed to hold the sword on his left hand. So his left hand kind of like Link. And he got the same type of head, very similar, if not identical to the guard. But he still looks pretty cool nonetheless. And last but not least, here we have the Crystal King himself, and he's shooting this pink lightning, almost like Force lightning, but it's pink. Maybe it's crystal lightning, I don't know. And he's got a sword, which is really nice, kind of like the one that Haramori came with. And the mask is kind of goofy looking, I'm not going to lie. Oh, the sword came off. But you can lift it up, revealing a demonic face. Oh, come on, focus. Focus! There we go. And I think that is really nice and detailed. He's got a badass uniform. And if you take this off, you got to see the whole head. But I actually think he looks a little bit better if you just remove this dragon mask thing. Now this actually looks a lot more intimidating, and I kind of wish they kept this the official look for the Crystal King, but what can you do? The dragon mask is not bad, but he just looks a lot goofier with it on, but what can you do? Because I feel like this kind of looks like Shredder from Ninja Turtles, or maybe a Dark Souls boss. But with this mask, he just looks more like something from a kid's show. I mean, Ninjago is a kid's show for crying out loud, but I don't know. That's just my interpretation of it. And there you go. Overall, this set is awesome. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and turn on the notification button. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the flip side.